to trace out my foot on paper, then cut it out. So he can, because he used to want to buy shoes and school sandals for me. I never used to get my size in the styles I wanted.
So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is MOJO, and today in the studio with me, I have an amazing entrepreneur. She runs multiple businesses, and a lot of that you want to be able to benefit from. I don't know why she's laughing, because I'm not lying. No cap detect. Anyway, introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Aramide, and I'm not sure what she's saying about multiple businesses.
You have one business, or you have more than one. Anyway, we'll find out. So the first business actually relates to what we all wear every day. So, and that's obviously shoes, and that's how I first got to know about you. It's about a decade now.
Yes, about 10 years I started.
Okay, yeah. So tell us what inspired you to start that.
I use a UK size 10, which is a European size 44, I think American size 13. So ever since I've done myself, I used to struggle to get lovely shoes in big sizes. So I started it out of frustration because you can't find shoes in your size, and when you do find the shoes are ugly. I still remember when I was younger, one time my dad was coming, we were living back in Nigeria then, he came on holiday, so he said, my shoe size, they used to say no size is enough. Then I'll have to trace out my foot on paper, then cut it out. So he can, because he used to want to buy shoes and school sandals for me. I never used to get my size in the styles I wanted. And when I got older, I wanted to be more stylish. And the ladies with big feet have been marginalized. The market was not catering for us.
No, it's interesting you should say that. You wear a 10, I wear an 8, and I know how difficult it is to find shoes. You go into anywhere to buy shoes, and the 8s are the first ones to go, so you know there is a demand.
I know. At the time when I go into shops, I wouldn't even ask. I'll say, what is your biggest size? Because I don't want to waste my time. I can't go into any regular shop in the UK and find my size.
It's interesting because I don't think you even do a size 8. You do a size 8. Because I've tried your 8s and they're just too big for me.
No, what I've done now is because along the line, I've had a lot of interest. People have been saying, oh, Aramide, please, can you do our size? So now I've introduced a size 7, which is a size 41 into my brand now. So I started from size 8 because I think when people started to see the shoes, they're stylish, and people with smaller feet are even asking me, why can't you? It's not fair. You're discriminating. And I'm thinking, hello.
You've got options.
I said, you could go into high street. I think, don't even go there.
And on that note, come on, subscribe. Tell them.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe, like this video.
Just only one, like the video and just subscribe to the channel.
And share it with someone.
It's free.
What was the process like? So finding suppliers, designing the shoes.
When there's a will, there's a way. There's been a lot of challenges because I used to wonder, how come these manufacturers, because then before I got into it, I used to go to some of the high streets. I'll say, can I speak to your manager? I'll say, do you take records of turn-away business? Do you know how many people have big feet and all that stuff? They'll say, oh no, can you put your complaints into customer services? We'll look into it. And it was like, none of them actually considered people with big feet. And when I started to do my research, I found out that the people with big feet, they claim that we're not as many. The return on investment, like the amortization, like when you invest in something, you need to amortize. You want to know how many units you can sell.
Return.
We're both accountants.
Oh, you're an accountant?
I thought you remember. I'm an accountant, so we're talking about different, amortization of the cost.
Return on investment.
Return on investment. So you need X amount of pairs to sell it. So they didn't feel making bigger sizes would justify, because each pair has a last. You have to have size first 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So most of them stop at 41. So go to 42, 43, 44, 45. But they're not really keen on doing that. And moreover, they use more leather.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I was doing my research, initially I thought, okay, most of the high streets, most of the shoes used to be made either in the UK or Europe before the emergence of people going to Asia and all that stuff. And you can see that the quality of the shoes changed. So I thought, well, all the high streets now, they're going to Asia. So I went to China before I started the business. And it was a wasted journey. No, I wouldn't say wasted, because I learned a lot from the journey. So then I started going for exhibitions in Europe to find But then again, the manufacturers, most of them, it's only a handful of them that are doing large sizes, and it's more expensive, about 15% more than regular shoes.
Those in Europe, do they manufacture in Europe or is it still China?
Basically Italian or Spanish shoes. No, they actually manufacture, and you get the certificate now. But what happens is people start comparing shoes that are made in China, and they'll say, "Oh, but you're not comparing apples with apples.
Yeah, no.
You get more out of your Italian. It lasts longer than and the other shoes made in China are not actually made with leather. They call it leather, but it's pleather. It's fake."
Yeah. So on that note, can we have a look at some of the shoes? The name of your brand is
Longfoot Boutique. Longfoot LFB. So these are what I'm wearing today. You can see it's leather sole. You can see the soles. But I've got a box here.
Oh, nice.
So okay, this is actually the bag. It comes with the shoes.
A dust bag.
A dust bag.
Yes.
Then this is another pair of shoes. This is actually a shoe store.
I'm going to link the website and you'll get some more.
So this is another pair of shoes. Okay, nice. So this is actually a size 46. This is
what size range do you
I start around from size 7. UK size 7, which is European size 41, up to size 46.
Oh, so what have you done in terms of marketing to find these women?
Yeah, so everybody in my family has large feet.
Okay. So,
and I have loads of friends who have large feet as well.
Okay.
So I started with that.
Okay.
Then social media. Then I started, there wasn't Instagram, but I used to use Facebook. Word of mouth.
Yes.
And my website as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
great. So what's your website?
www.longfeetboutique,
longfeetboutique.co.uk. What's on the
Longfeet, yes, yeah.
So
it is long.
The other thing is, because you were telling me that in order to sell the shoes, you also had to set up another business.
So it wasn't really setting up a business. It's because I wanted to create an opportunity for my customers to experience. Because I'm not on the high street, I don't have a shop. So I wanted to showcase my new collection to my clients and prospective clients who would have seen it online. Sometimes some people want to try on the shoes rather than buy it online because they want to be really sure they want to have to feel the shoes and everything. So I started showcasing my shoes somewhere in Westfield. I hired a hotel room. To cover my costs, I actually got somebody who does jewelry. That was a family, my sister-in-law. I got her on board as well. And I also got a friend who does fabrics. Okay. So when I posted it on social media, the event, and people saw it and they were like, oh my God, we like this. We like the other businesses join. And the next event I organized, I had about 8 vendors, including myself.
So when did you start?
The very first event I had was November 2015.
Okay, so it's coming up to 10 years.
Then we introduced food vendors.
Oh yes, that's the one I came to, man. Yeah, there was so much food. Aramide, rice, cake,
seafood bowl. So people come for the food. There's a wide range of businesses and a lot of, I'm so proud of what the African community are doing, because obviously most of these businesses are not on the high street. They have websites and people come to these events because they want to actually have a feel.
I've been to one of the events and I saw these ladies, they're wonderful ladies, teaching our children how to speak our
languages. Yes, the last one, that was because it was Black History Month.
I think you're having one shortly, soon.
Yes, the next event is happening. An event's called The Avenue, and it's happening on the 4th of May, the Saturday before the bank holiday Monday.
Okay, so make sure you're there. I'll be there.
You're going to post the details, I suppose.
Yeah.
It starts at 11 and finishes at 7.
Yeah,
I did say to
a competition.
It's not really a competition. It's just an idea. Before I talk about the surprise, there's free goodie bags for everybody who comes. Free parking.
Yes, that's
free
true.
entry. Make a day out, and there's a lot of men there as well. Men come as well. So.
Are you trying to say something? You said there's a lot of men there.
No. I mean men. It's not just for women, because what happens is when you have these events, people think, it's only for women. I said there are a lot of men who attend the event. But then, having said that, if there's an avenue for you to meet new people and you network, you never know. Yeah, at least you got to meet somebody.
Somewhere.
If you're single, single Pringle, and you want to use that place, but I'm not saying it's not a dating event. But you never know. You might bump into somebody you haven't seen in a long time. There's seafood bowl. There's Caribbean food. There's Ghana food. But this time around, what we're going to do is we're going to have a competition. The battle of the jollof rice, best jollof rice. So it's Ghana versus Nigeria. So there's going to be food tasting, and we're going to need judges. No, you don't know, because we're going to blindfold.
Come on, I'm Nigerian.
We're going to blindfold the judges, and you're going to taste.
I know what Nigerian rice tastes like.
You know, you never could tell.
Okay.
It depends.
Yeah, I might be swayed.
Yeah, you might. Yeah.
Just
What
the
people
taste.
come there to do, they sit down, they eat, and they pre-order, and they take aways. A lot of people will take
I took a lot
all
away.
this. I'm delighted that we are creating a platform for businesses to showcase themselves, and it actually improves their marketing as well.
Definitely.
So when they come on to showcasing with us, we have a group and we tell them, we give them material.
Feedback. Oh, okay.
As to what they need to do to promote. We give them tips as well, and they speak to other vendors as well, and the group, and what they need to do. Some of them, they don't have their banners, they don't have their logo, so
build a brand.
You need to build a brand.
Colours.
You need to keep colours. Make sure you put your best foot forward.
Yes, it's nice you're doing that, because this whole channel as well, I set it up just to profile and give a platform to businesses and for people doing great things in the community, including yourself. So it's great. We need to support each other. We need this social economics amongst our community. And this is one way of doing that. You're profiling all these amazing entrepreneurs who probably have been struggling to sell online. And sometimes, even if you sell online, you want to come out and meet people.
But you need to put your brand out there. It's more brand awareness. Yes. So you want to put your brand out there. Even if you don't sell, you communicate, you engage with your potential customers. And there's some exhibitions you go to and think, oh my God, I didn't really sell that much. But in actual fact, it wasn't sales on the day.
It's an investment.
It's an investment for the future.
And I say, sorry to interrupt. If you're coming to the event, make sure everything is down pat. Your website, if you've got a website, make sure it's working. Email, make sure it's working. Telephone number, and put contact details on your products or services so people can get back to you. I actually bought a product at your event, and I wanted to buy more of the product, but I couldn't get hold of them. I sent emails, website wasn't up.
This you can tell me, then I can give you the link for that vendor, because I really feel pained that you wanted to buy something afterwards, repeat sale, and you couldn't get hold of them.
Challenges that you faced over these multiple businesses, what you want to share with our audience, because some of them are sitting there thinking, and we are over 50, thinking, you know what, there's something I've always wanted to do, I want to do, but I'm so worried, I'm concerned. Is it going to be a walk in the park?
Definitely not a walk in the park. It's not for the faint-hearted.
It's not.
You really have to develop skin muscles and everything, because I started with the mindset that the very first 5 years of my business, I'm not going to be making money. It's just investing your time and money on it, building your brand. You'll start to get the returns afterwards. Brexit affected my business in the sense that for the shoes, because the shoes became more expensive. It wasn't free trade coming in from Europe anymore, because I had to pay duty. I have to get an agent to clear my goods for me now. Before, the manufacturer would just send it directly to me, but now I have to go through an agent. There were some of our suppliers have gone bust, like after COVID and Brexit. It was like a double whammy for I had to find new suppliers. And the shoe manufacturers, they don't manufacture everything that goes onto the school. They buy some accessories. Some of the accessory companies went bust. Like some of my bestseller shoes, I wanted to repeat the styles. I couldn't do it again because they all went bust. In anything, you just have to continue, and there'll be some times when it won't be profitable, but in the long term it will.
So you have to have your vision. That's why vision is very important. Or what do you feel? Is there such thing as overnight success?
Well, you know what? It's not overnight. Sometimes you might be lucky or blessed as something. You might have a product where everybody just wants that product, and it just But
that's rare, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rare.
That's what we say. So it's not norm, because people make it sound like the norm. Just because those who do have overnight success, like it's an exception to the norm. Most of us are not going to get that.
It's like people who have YouTube channels.
Yes. Well,
you need subscriptions. There's a lot of hard work behind the scenes, putting the event together, setting up the lighting and everything. There's a lot. We've
had challenges here today, for instance. So this is the second take, because the first take didn't happen. So we have to come back here, and there's lighting happening up about, I think, an hour before the recording. Anyway, thank you very much, Aramide, for coming to the studio. We've actually enjoyed your company. And I'm sure my guests
to see you at our event.
Yes, all the details will be below, so I'll be expecting you there. I'll be there too. And who knows, I might actually grab an interview with you for this channel.
Will you be one of the judges for our
why not? I'll judge jollof rice. Jollof rice is my favorite, so I'll be judging. I'll try not to be subjective.
No, you can't be. You can't be subjective. You have to have an open mind. I don't want to take sides and say just because I
no,
come
it's
from
blindfolded.
The judges are going to be blindfolded.
That would be nice. So I'll be there.
And they'll taste and tell which one, depending on which, but you wouldn't know who's serving it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
So thank you very much for coming, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.